Hey there, Editor IDEC here. Before we go to the video, I'm going to introduce you to another fan game similar to the one we are going to be reviewing today. But before we do that, I'm gonna follow the creator because he is retarded. He's called Marty. The link to his profile will be in the description. Anyway, the project is called RC and it is very retarded because it is ripping off Five Naughty, which is my favorite game. Marty is very retarded because he says RC is original. I decided to give him facts, but he blocked me instead because he is retarded. Anyway, let's check out this project.
That's some nice faucet water though. Look at that. Look how look how that flows. Faucet water, faucet water, faucet water, faucet water. Faucet water, 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 nope, not playing it. Faucet water, 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 Welcome back guys to the Scratch Guild. I am your host CandyIsHere, and today we're going to be reviewing a game called Five Nights at Mickey's Remastered. And this game has been recommended to me a lot by people, and I wasn't able to make it because I took a 2-month break, as you know, and yeah, it was a bit of a mess. But here I am rating this game, and this game is made by Creepy-101. If you guys have not heard about him, he pretty much is known for making these types of games like Five Nights at Mickey's, the original, 2, 3, I forgot the other one, but it's like a sister location one I played on stream before. And yeah, I really support him. His games are really good, and he tried helping me do Tony's Location, but we know Tony's Location was a big failure, so I don't even want to talk about it. So let's get that out of the way. And yeah, let's get to the gameplay. So Five Nights at Mickey's Remastered takes place in it's pretty much a remake of the original Five Nights at Mickey's. The story is that you're in a Disney attraction based on an incredibly popular horror series, Five Nights at Freddy's. You'll be defending yourself against animatronic versions of well-known characters like Rex, Spider-Man, Mickey Mouse himself, and all that shenanigans. So it's like a Five Nights at Freddy's 4 mechanic-like game, and yeah, this visually looks really nice. I really like how everything looks. Not a lot of moving parts, honestly. Like, I mean, isn't really much animation when you're just like looking around, except for the candle lighting up, but still, I really like how everything looks. It looks very neat, and it's simple. I really like it. There isn't really much going on. Like I said, it's like a Five Nights at Freddy's 4 mechanic, so you don't really expect much. It has a little bit, like I said, you know, the doors and stuff, and the music box as well. And my favorite mechanic has to be the ladder. I've never seen anything like that before. Who would have guessed that you would have to go up and down a ladder in order to reach something? Like, that is actually creative. And the animation too. The animation is stunning. I really like it. It's super smooth, and there is no bugs at all. I don't think I've experienced a single bug. Do note that the creator did say that it's better to play on Scratch than on Turbo Warp, because when you play on Turbo Warp, the frames tend to drop whenever you're closing a door or anything like that. And 60 frames or any of that don't even work. In fact, it makes it worse. So if you are going to play this game, make sure you're not playing in Turbo Warp, because it doesn't function correctly. And I did have a good time. I streamed this game in the VC with him, and I had a really good time. Really, really nice. Beat Night 6 and Nightmare Mode, not to brag, but hey, it was really fun. I really enjoyed this game. The gameplay is smooth, it's nice. I like how quick pace it gets the more nights you get into it. And yeah, just everything about this game was really nice, especially the audio design, because the audio in this game is recommended for like stereo headphones or whatever, because you actually have to hear where the animatronics are at all times. And it's just so nice having to for like a scratch game, for you to even hear from left to right ear. It's just a really, really nice mechanic, and I really did like it. It's a really good job, especially on night 6, because on night 6, this is a little bit of a spoiler, but you do gotta know which side directly the enemy is, and if it's attacking or not, or anything like that. It's crazy. I can't believe one person made this. Like it's crazy. I can now see why you guys recommended me this game. It's a really nice game, and I really did enjoy it. Like I said, I didn't experience any bugs other than just the turbo warp. I was gonna stream this on turbo warp because just to make it smoother or whatnot. Like I said, I couldn't find it anywhere, and there was a little bit of Easter eggs. There was. I thought that was in the game for some odd reason. I don't know why, but turns out it was just an Easter egg. So yeah, I bamboozled myself there, and yeah, expect this game to get harder and harder when you reach night 6 because one thing I really like, actually, I almost forgot to mention this, but night 6, the night isn't actually hard, but just strategizing for it is hard. So like what that means is you can, if you know what you're doing, like I know this sounds obvious for some people or most people, but knowing what you're supposed to do on night 6 will help you, because my big issue is if you use the same strategy from like night 5 and below and you try to put that into night 6, you're gonna run into an issue where it's just not gonna work. Which leads me to my next thing. So I'm really glad that they add tips in this game. There's gonna be tips literally everywhere. Everywhere. When you die, when you load in, the options, I think. Well, not in the options, but like in the settings, you know what I mean? Extras, you guys can say. There are tips everywhere that tell you what to do, and it's amazing. I love how there's always tips, like before you load in, right when you load in, and game over. It's really, really nice. I'm really glad they did that. And a feature I never see a lot is the unlock feature, where you can go from what night you want. So it's not like you have to pass night 1 to go to night 2, and night 2 to go to night 3. You can just put in the code and then you can go to whatever night you want, as you can see right there. But yeah, it's really nice. Really good game. There's really much to talk about. The nightmare mode is nice. I like how there is a custom night. And all the characters, they're pretty good design characters. Like I said, the character designs are really nice. And if you go into the extras menu, there is a lot of things, a lot of Easter eggs, all that shenanigans. And yeah, I'm really, really satisfied with this game. I've been playing this game for like 2 hours or even more already, and I'm really attached to it. I'm really glad that Creepy Dash took the time to make this game, because this was probably not easy. Trust me, if you go inside the game, you can see that he really put a lot of effort, and playing it with him was a treat. I was very entertained from start to finish, and it's just crazy. I'm really glad what he did with this game. So I'm gonna put this on the scratch scale. I'm gonna give it 36 points, which is an S tier game. Really, really nice. If you guys want to see the full note, I guess you can say, it's gonna be on stream, on screen. But yeah, I know this was a short scratch scale, but like I said, I don't really have much to say other than that. But yeah, I'm really glad what he did with this game. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video.
Hey there, Editor IDEC here. We are now going to witness the most epic battle in Scratch history. It will be a battle between Retard Country and Five Nights at Mikey's. The rules are simple. There will be a counter that will keep track of each game's score. I will be putting the games here, and assigning points to every win and every sin. Alright, that's one sin for saying that this game was made by a dev team that's actually just you and a bunch of voice actors, and another sin for using audio from the Scratch audio library. Okay, we now have a decent warning. That's 1 point. Alright, we have an option to choose whether we want to have jump scares or not. Wait, I accidentally turned off the jump scares. There's no way to go back and change my input. I will have to click the green flag, see that retarded intro, and struggle with the bad hitbox to restore my progress. That's 4 more sins. Okay, let's go to FNAMR for a moment. We have a good disclaimer that actually gives you all the necessary conditions to have the best game experience. 2 points. It's actually easy to toggle the jump scares on and off, and there's an option to change the game's volume. 2 points for more customization features. And another point for having an actual options menu. Now let's check out the main game. We have a night loading screen that sets up the atmosphere of the game. The loading time is also pretty fast. Finally, we have a Mickey Mouse game that doesn't steal from Five Naughty and TRTF, which are my favorite games, and stealing from them is very retarded. That's 5 points. Alright, let's get FNAMR out of the picture first. We will be focusing on everything retarded with RC right now. We have another case of the retarded hitboxes. That hitbox was more retarded than Cane Cranker. It deserves a reward. This loading screen. Wait, why would the characters be distracted by an admittedly insignificant amount of light, when there is more light and activity in your office? Also, this is stealing the camera shut-off mechanic from Five Naughty. That's 3 sins. "10 out of 10 fastest loading time." This office is obviously stolen from FNADY and TRTF, and the textures are retarded. Everything is pixelated because Marty is retarded and doesn't know about the Paint.net plug-in for vectors. That will be 10 sins for stealing from my favorite games and making them more retarded.
Hey, you must be the guy we needed for this investigation. Well, for a week at least. You already know why we assigned you here, right? Yeah,
The cams have a retarded loading rate.
those 6 teenagers went missing in that river country resort. It took us a while to get permission from Disney to have access to the area as well. You probably noticed the equipment we started experimenting, and we learned that they are lured by loud sounds and sudden bright lights.
Oh my gosh, Marty, no, this phone call just contradicts everything that this game is about. This is the most retarded thing to... Hello, Editor IDEC here again. I just came back from therapy. I was diagnosed with Marty-related breakdown. Alright, let's get back to the video. Let's review Five Naughty. It's the most epic and swag game ever made. This reminds me of that time when Candy and Creepy Dash intruded on Ender People territory and got terrorized. I was able to adapt to the conditions of the Ender colony and was able to stay without catching Ender People syndrome, but Candy and Creepy Dash got smart and left the place to minimize exposure to the Ender People. I then decided to make a Marty fanfic, but I found out that I have no writing skills, so I decided to hire Lockjaw from TRTF to work on it. Here is the fan fiction we made.
Marty hummed to the beat and bobbed his head. Marty ignored me, towing Lockjaw in the lead, but I wasn't about to let him off the hook that easily. Sorry, Lockjaw, I don't mind you joining us. I just didn't think you were down with me being the third wheel. I am no fun. You just want to go in alone? He asked, stopping short. I don't know if you want to see the blood you are looking for. Geez man, give it a break. All you do is go all alpha male on me. The muscles in Lockjaw's neck rippled with tension as he said that. It's not alpha male. It's a survival instinct. I need you to leave me out of this and I'll stay out of it. Lockjaw scowled and moved in a few steps so he wouldn't be surrounded by any more bodies. His hair hung in his face and he shook his head, running a hand through it. I felt a weird impulse too.
The fan FIC is now #1 on the New York Times. Because it is awesome and not retarded. Anyway, let's go back to RC. So I think this game is really retarded and broken, because it is ripping off FNADY. If you don't have enough proof of this, you can put the characters of FNADY side by side with the characters of RC and see that they're just different versions of the characters of FNADY. Overall I give this game a 0 out of 10. Very retarded game that steals from FNADY. Also Marty is Freddie Mercury. This is because Marty made me suffer so much just through this entire game's existence. Speaking of Freddie Mercury, I remember that time when all the Candy server members attended a Nirvana concert in Freddyland, which is a reference to retarded people who try to leak fan games, but end up revealing fake information. This is also a reference to Ultra Knight, which is also a reference to Baddington, because he is very retarded. Anyway, I also heard that RC has a reference to Puffy's Lobster Palace. This is also a reference to Ender's server, because Puffy is owned by Biscuit and Marty is stealing Biscuit Dog. This is because Marty keeps Biscuit Dog in his basement for his ideas, because he has a skill issue. Anyway, this theory is also a reference to Drurulo, because Drurulo loves Friday Night Funkin'. We do not speak of Friday Night Funkin'. Also, why does the Scratch team blindly ban FNAF projects on Scratch, but not Friday Night Funkin' projects? FNF is more inappropriate than Fredo Fazbear. Freddy Fazbear is actually a kid's mascot, and a kid's mascot should be a good role model to kids, so assuming he have a game that has Freddy, a literal kid's character, and a game about some unspeakable things, which game would be more appropriate? Anyway, I will be giving my final rating or FNAM Remastered. FNAM Art gets an 8 out of 10 for me because it is a really cool game that is actually fun and has good, unpixelated visuals. Anyway, let's go back to RC. Wait, I just received an important message. ID K1885 me, because I like to speak in third person, just said that there's something different about RC. Alright, this better be an unretarded update. He finally accepted RC's identity as a FNADY fan game. I never knew this would happen. This is a big event that will affect all of us. Congratulations Marty, RC has now acquired the ability to be rated fairly. I give RC a final rating of 7 out of 10. RC may have good visuals, but it still suffers from poor gameplay and some pixelated textures. And don't forget the bad hitboxes. That will be the last you will hear about RC and Marty for this video. I will be going back to Candy for now.
Oh yeah, before I end the video actually, streaming. I'm gonna be streaming soon. I don't know when, but maybe on the weekends, and there's gonna be a tutorial video. It's gonna be completely new. I'm gonna start fresh. For some people that are wondering, I'm not gonna stick to the ones that I did. I'm just gonna go straight back, remake it, go back to the main menu, and hopefully it's not garbage. Most of the time, yeah, it's gonna be garbage, but hey, that's just a heads up for people. And for the next Scratch Scale, actually, the next Scratch Scale, it's gonna be on Baxter's Chapter 3, so expect that. And speaking on Scratch Scale, I'm gonna start streaming the game. Like I'm gonna start an event of the game on Discord. So on Discord, right before I how do I say this? Before I make the video, I'm gonna stream the full gameplay, no commentary or anything. It's gonna be like an event where I stream the full game, and you guys can watch. So get ready for that. And yeah, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. It's been a really, really long time since I made a Scratch Kill or anything at all. So I'm glad that I'm back. And yeah, a really good game. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.